look at the head from the teammates, the fellow countrymen. Close the
Hey, if you're struggling to return fast serves, then I got a couple of tips that's really going to help you out. Now, the first tip, let's get right in this video, is I want you practicing this off the court. We don't need someone serving the ball at us. A lot of these moves, they're going to look simple, but unless you practice them, you're probably not going to get them in the heat of battle, especially if that serve is coming in super fast. So you can basically follow along step by step with me. So let's talk about one of the biggest mistakes people make on the return of serve. They see the ball coming, and then they turn side on like they're getting ready to hit a ground stroke. And especially if someone's got a big serve, this is going to make you late for most of your returns. What you don't want to do is treat the return like a ground stroke. You want to treat it like in between a ground stroke and a half volley. And if you look at the best returners in the world, they're keeping their chest to their opponent. So when they land out of that split step, they're here and their chest is actually facing their opponent, and then they're hitting that return and getting the ball back in play. And lots of times they're able to take some offense in that return because their timing's so good. So let me show you here from the side. Again, the mistake is here, seeing the ball and trying to treat it like a ground stroke and hit it. And you're going to be late on a lot of those returns. Instead, what you want to do is get your split step down, chest forward, and then hitting that ball. The next thing you want to focus on is, just like a ground stroke, getting that racket back here. We don't want to do that. What do we want to do on a half volley? That's why I like to compare it to a half volley. We want to keep the racket out in front where we can see it and make that half volley in the court. That's a big tip that I want you to follow when you're trying to hit that return of serve, is to treat it like a half volley with your backswing, but you don't have to go to a continental grip. You can still stay in your offensive eastern or semi-western grip if you're returning on the forehand side. So I'm here, I land, and what I'm trying to do is keep that racket kind of like I can see it, although I'm not going to look at it, but kind of where I can feel it, where it's out in front, because even thinking that, it's going to go back further than I want it to. So I'm trying to keep the racket out in front and then use the momentum off the hip for my power and control to get the ball back in play. The next thing you want to do is treat these return of serves as a big event, kind of like you're going to ride and wrestle a bull, or you're going to tackle a professional athlete who's running at you like a locomotive. If you look at Djokovic and Agassi, two of my favorite returners, you look at their eyes. Their eyes are big, it's focused, they're ready, they're intense, they're accepting the challenge, they enjoy the challenge of a big serve. What you don't want to do is be on your back heels and return the serve like this. You need to get into an athletic position, get intense, really get your eyes looking at your opponent and getting focused. So you're down here low in an athletic position. I like the way a lot of pros are swaying back and forth. They're ready to attack, they're ready to pounce. They're not here in a defensive position. If you do that, then what's going to happen lots of times is you're going to be knocked off your heels and you're going to float the ball up. Lots of times that's going to go out, or it's just going to give them a little sitter so they can crush it. So here's a couple stance options. I like people with two hands who have both feet kind of forward. You can do a couple different moves here. So I like this one where the feet are basically forward like Novak Djokovic, right there, okay? You can still, though, have this foot forward, that's fine, or even this foot forward, that's okay too. I kind of like that rock, but you definitely need to get low in the athletic position. You want some knee bend in there so you're ready to explode and move. You're going to need to do that. You're going to need to explode out that way. You're going to need to explode this way. Sometimes you're going to need to explode out of the way. Practice that too to get that return back in play. Now the next thing I want you to practice is your split step. A lot of people never practice the footwork on the return. It's simple, but it's hard. Like if you don't practice this off the court, you're probably not going to do it when the big serve is coming at you. So here's a couple options. Number one is just a straight up and down hop. So you can be here, the serve comes, and you just hop, and then you get ready and you hit. That's an option for you. I personally like to take a step forward. I like to teach my students to actually take a step forward, just not a split step up and down, but again, we don't want to be knocked backwards. We don't want to be on our heels to return. We want to go forward and attack. The best defense is a good offense. So you're here, and as the toss goes up, so really study your opponents when they're bouncing the ball. Really be looking at the tennis ball, focusing on the ball. When they place it under the racket, really watch that tennis ball. As their arms coming here and up and releasing, This is when you want to split step. So the timing of that would be, I'm watching my opponent. They get ready, they toss the ball up, I step forward and hop, okay? Practice that. Trust me, if you've never done it before, the timing, the rhythm will be a little bit off, especially because it's got to be very specific. You got to really be in lockstep with the toss and your footwork, timing that perfectly if it's a big serve coming at you. So here we go, I'm here, step, hop. Now the next move is even more important. It's learning how to hit off the hip, okay? So I'm gonna do a step, hop, and then my move here. So I'm gonna step, hop, here, hit. Now that's a little bit of a different footwork than you've been taught when you first learned how to play tennis. I remember my first tennis lesson, which you probably had the same thing. It's racket back, step forward, and hit. Getting set, racket back, step forward, and hit. That instruction is very bad for a return of serve. That's gonna make you super late. What the pros are doing is they're split stepping, landing, they're here, they're using the momentum of the ball and shooting off the hip, hitting, and then stepping. Sometimes they don't even step, guys. Sometimes they just land, hit open stance, boom, and get back into the court. Practice both of those moves. We'll try them both right now so you can work on this at home. Okay, the first one's gonna be the step through move, I call it. So I'm here, I land, I hit, and then I step through. That's one thing you want to practice over and over again. The next one, we'll just go open stance. So we're going to come here, land, hit open, and then move. Make sure you're comfortable with that. Notice the chest is facing forward. This is how you can return fast serves. Now, if you want a fast serve, I have a free serve course for you called Serving A to Z. 33 free videos that takes you from A to Z on serving. Everything you need to know, from the basics to a serve rhythm, to getting your toss under control, to add spin like a slice and a kick serve. It's all in there, and all you have to do is go into my description box below this video and click the link, or you can go here in the card section or in the end screen, you'll see it as well. You just click on any of those, it will take you to the site, you sign up for free, you get instant access. Also, if you like this video, give this video a big like if I helped you at all, and don't forget to subscribe. I'm working hard out here, guys. I'm actually tearing up with sweat. That's how hard I'm working. So I hope you appreciate that, and we'll see you guys on the next video. Hey, if you're not a tennis player and you don't want my most popular serve course absolutely free, skip this video. Did you know that the serve is the most popular search inquiry on YouTube when it comes to tennis instruction? And today I want to give you my most popular course, Serving A to Z, absolutely free. This is not a joke. Are you tired of having no power on your serve? Would you like to have a little more placement and consistency on that serve? What would it do for your tennis game if you were able to walk out to your local courts and step up to the line with complete confidence and start each point with an unfair advantage because you have the best serve in the business at your local courts? So many of my students have struggled with the serve until they found my course online. This very course I'm about to give you for free. My name is Peter Freeman, and I'm a USPTA elite professional, and my YouTube channel has been voted top 10 instructional channels in the world. And today I want to give you my most popular serving course, Serving A to Z, 100% free today. This course is going to help you develop the 3 checkpoints on the serve everybody must master if they want to have any chance of having a good serve. It's going to be able to give you more power and consistency on the serve, and we're going to get into advanced concepts like developing that nasty slice and sick kick. This course is going to dramatically cut the learning curve. It's going to save you thousands of dollars in lessons, and it's going to also save you countless hours of frustration trying to figure out everything on your own. So to get instant access to this free course, Serving A to Z, click on this video right now. Plus, I'm throwing in a last-second bonus just because I'm in a really good mood today, 7 steps to a powerful serve. But you have to act fast because I'm only giving away 1,000 copies. It's my way of saying thanks to the tennis community for supporting my videos. So click on the video, act quickly, and I'll see you inside the training.